Dal vivo non è attivo, adesso sì, vado,
Mhm.
Hallo zusammen, herzlich willkommen. Welcome. Today we want to try in English. Welcome also, Gianluca. How are you doing?
Hi, Dimitri. I'm good. I'm really good. How are you doing? Are you doing well?
Fine, fine. I'm enjoying the rain
Nice.
today.
Yeah. Also here in Rome, it's rainy, cloudy. Seems not to be in May. It seems to be in January, February. But I think it's gonna be okay for in the next hours.
Yes, yeah. So,
Nice, nice, nice. So it's gonna be interesting talking in English, speaking English, talking about trading. And today our main topic is gonna be how to follow strength on markets. So how to figure out if markets are driven by strengths or weaknesses, which is our main goal during the day. Finding out if sellers, buyers are strong, are weak, just to follow the winner. Because as trader, our main goal has to be on side with the winners. So who is gonna take the lead? So
so I
if
want
you,
to, yeah, I want
go go go.
to ask you, Gianluca. It's interesting because you say you want at this point today in the ETH session, you decided, okay, I want to follow this trend of the market, but
Mhm.
what about the P shape of yesterday?
Yeah. So yesterday, you're talking about a really interesting thing. So yesterday, I was short. So I was shorting the market, and I took some stops. 2.5K stop loss totally yesterday. Because yesterday was a different one. Yesterday we opened the RTH session, the regular trading hour session, with a gap down after following the overnight news at the end of last week of the downgrade of the US debit. So market crashed a little bit, and on the regular trading hours, we were under 15 points of a Friday low. This is something that during, as you can see, during this really strong uptrend, a gap down as yesterday could be something that changed the structure. Yesterday, I was trying to follow a strength of sellers. But as you can see right now, I was wrong. Sellers were weak, and those prices were attacked by new buyers that makes price higher and higher and higher. I took my stop, and after yesterday, I understood that today's market is gonna be following the leader, and the leader is buying side. So
Okay.
yesterday was different from it's really different from today.
So it's also interesting if we look yesterday's session, the RTH session, they bought the POC overnight
Yeah,
really for one or two ticks, right?
yeah,
And then up. But my question earlier was, you normally you are considering a P shape in the
absolutely,
RTH session, and
absolutely.
today you say I believe that the market is strong and the buyers are stronger than the sellers.
Yep.
So how do you consider at this point the P shape from yesterday? Don't you scare that maybe the market could go a little bit down before he will go up again?
Yeah, absolutely. So yesterday P shapes reflects what I was saying yesterday. So yesterday the buying side was short covering, emotional buying, and you can see from the P shape, you can see it from how the yesterday low was made. So as you can see with this green dot, the opening price was low of the day. So directly there were liquidation at the beginning, and after it we went only higher and higher and higher. And the strength of this buying side was really emotional. After they reaches the Friday's highs, then they start rotating. It seems like only liquidation, but it doesn't mean that today is gonna be the day that we're gonna cover this P shape.
Okay.
So I'm looking at change. If I have to be scared of buying the S&P, only if I'm gonna reach the 5950 level. So below the 50% of yesterday range, I'm gonna be scared that maybe they want to push a little bit lower, and if they failed to hold this level, they're gonna maybe cover this tail, which I think it's gonna be one of my choice for today. So it depends how the price is built. If it's built above this 50% and nothing changes, because if you can see the P shape, you know, the P form here is being, it's defended by today's price action. Today's price action, it's perfectly inside of the P shape. They didn't try to attack the tail.
Yeah.
If it's something during the night was going on, maybe we can see something below 5950 level.
Yeah, it's so likely the market in the ETH session tonight today
Yeah.
wants to confirm this rotation of the yesterday's RTH, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I'm trading, I have to be aware of everything. I know the market now, it's the air, it's really thin. So I know that there's a big opportunity to the downside, a big potential to the downside. But if I'm a day trader, especially if I'm a day trader, I have to be careful about trading what I think it's gonna be the potential. Because right now, what is telling market, it's that it likes where it is. These levels are really, comfortable for traders and operators in this at this time. So it's 2:38 p.m. So right now, I think the buying side, it's holding, but I'm aware that below the 5950 level, it's gonna be really, really interesting to the downside.
Yeah. So let's say the market will go under this 50% RTH yesterday level,
Yeah.
and the price action is to move more to the downside.
Hmm.
So after the first 30 minutes of after the opening at 3:30, will you
Hmm.
considering to enter long in the market?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the best
Yeah, the best
choice.
choice, right? Yeah, the best choice right now, it's long. It's to be long with this confirmation.
Okay, because
Yesterday we sorry, go
sorry,
ahead.
because then we have the confirmation that the liquidation of yesterday's RTH is let's say compensated through the market, through the price action after the opening, and after that the market could is rebalanced, let's say, and the
Hmm.
market could rally up again.
Absolutely, because yesterday we had closing price above Friday's highs. Now nowadays, today we have the overnight high nearby the 6,000 level, which is really important. And also, as we know, Dimitri, an overnight level, an overnight high, a monthly high during the overnight session, it's gonna be 90% of the time, 90%, 95% of the time, it's gonna be taken out of the RTH. So I have that anchor over there, up there, that could be interesting during the day. If something is moving for the short side, it's gonna be below 59.50. If I'm above it, I'm gonna be long.
Okay, very, very good. So I want to ask you, Gianluca, if you look on the daily chart, we
Mm-hmm.
moved now up from, let's say, 4,000, what was it, 860, let's say, to 5,981.
Yeah, yeah, here it
It's
is.
not time that the market will take
A
a
little bit
small,
breath.
yeah, breathe a little bit. And what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. When I see something like that, when I see this kind of movement, so if you remember, with the tariff, we had one of the worst day in the S&P whole time. It lost 50% in few days. After this shock, it covered back all these losses and went above in a really short time. As you can see, it's really straightforward. And I'm gonna add something to this picture. Um, we had two over weekend gap. Sorry, not overnight, over weekend gap, which is really really rare in the market. It's something unique. I can remember a time where this is something that is gonna be old, because one over weekend gap, it's gonna be okay. By 95% of the time, it's gonna be covered. Now we had during this uptrend two over weekend gap. This is one, as you can see, this is a daily bar, and you can see from the 22 of April to Monday 20. No, this is sorry. This is daily. Sorry, this is
It was
overnight.
Tuesday, Gianluca. It
Yeah,
was Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday
Right.
and Wednesday. It's an overnight gap. Then we have from Friday 9 of May to Monday 12 of May. This is another gap, and it's holding. This is really strange. This is something unique, and I think it's gonna be something that makes me comfortable if something happen in the daily bar to short the market in a swing trade.
Okay, very, very interesting. So you don't think this over weekend gap, the first gap, let's say, under the week, this is natural. The second one is an over weekend gap. And this is, don't you think this is much harder and stronger than, so you believe anyway that the market could go down again to this level?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. But it's not only this. This is only a detail and an information. But
Yeah.
as you know, using the market profile, which is our main instrument, we can see during this uptrend. This is the gap we are
Yeah.
talking about. This was caused by the U.S. and China agreement about tariff, and the market just went straight up. But with this confirmation, we have some details. This POC, point of control, overnight was not taking out this low, and all the information suggests me that, as I said before, potential to the downside are really really high, not probability, potential. So potentially, if something to the downside is gonna happen, it has a really high potential to go for longer distance. But the probability right now it's lower than go to the upside. But go to the upside has less potential. That's my point.
Even we had, if we look the market after the April 2. So we had a very crazy reaction in 2 3 days. This is even not normal. So caused
Mhm.
by emotional trading. And don't you think this is also very weak how the market was moving at this time?
To the upside or the downside?
To the downside and then to the upside, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the same. We have to think about it. Why markets are moving? Why prices are moving? They are moving because people buy and sell this instrument. So why they are selling and buying this instrument? It's our main goal. When they sell something after that kind of news, they're selling because they are fear about it. When they buy something after, for example, that news of U.S. China making an agreement, they are buying because they are happy. There's enthusiasm, but it's emotionally both side. There's emotion in fear and happiness. So I can say the same thing right now as I was saying during April, because in April I was long in swing trading, and it makes me happy after it, because it was a really strong long, and I take good money out of it. But I was I was down 300K when
Earlier.
it was it was it was going down. So it's the same. I think now buying is emotional as selling was emotional during April. So both as a really high probability during the future, not now, during the future, to be partially or totally filled back.
Okay, interesting. So for today, we will wait at the opening. This will happen in 43 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And then we look how the market will move the first 30 minutes. If we have a big extension today, we see here Gianluca made already a trade. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe you can explain
Yeah,
what.
yeah. I made some mistakes during the day, because I was instead of buying, I was selling. Then I covered back my my sell, and I took my buy position back, because I tried to long the market during this morning, and I sell it back with a profit of $1,125. And my target today, it's the 59.80 level.
Mhm.
But I also think that in the first minutes of the RTH, the regular trading hours, it's gonna hold this position. So the 59.70, 67. Sorry. Why? Because it's the POC, it's the overnight POC, point of control.
Mhm.
And I think the RTH today has a really high probability to see this level, because yesterday we didn't reach it. So yesterday we missed reaching the overnight POC. Today we have a really high probability to reach it. So before going back into my long, I'd like to see how the RTH is going to open, and then I'll try to go long again. Let's see what happened, and let's see the structure, obviously, to try to take yesterday highs, or at least yesterday close. Yesterday close was at 59.81 level, so that's my project. But right now, I just took my profit, partially profit,
Mhm.
and partial profit, and I'll wait for the 3:30 p.m.
Very good, Gianluca. So I would say for today that's it. Huh? I
Yeah,
thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
uh,
That
I think we ended it really really good. So it's the first time in English. So
yeah, it's
I
not
hope,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
What I would like to do with you in one of the next lives is to talk. We had a very good live with our students,
Hmm.
Gianluca, last week about
Yeah.
the mental side and uh, the fear and care to be wrong, as you said, or to
Hmm.
fail, or to see red or lose money. And maybe I would appreciate if we could do one time a small live about and talking about this.
Absolutely, we can try on Thursday if you
Very
want.
good, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of the most important thing to handle if you want to become a successful trader. So manage your mind, not your mindset, because it's different. Mindset, it's something that maybe sometimes could be only blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But if we deal with our mind, how we have to train our mind as a muscle, and it's gonna be a little bit more interesting and also applicable. So absolutely, on Thursday we're gonna touch this point.
Very good, Gianluca. So thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much. Have good trading afternoon, and I
Let's see
say
what
hello
happens.
to everybody and see you on Thursday at
Bye bye.
2:30. Bye bye.